Hey gang, Dark Navid Cram here with our review of this week's Legends of Tomorrow. My heart, I can't take it. The pressure. There was teamwork.
It was so good.
And they won something.
It was so good.
Oh my god. It was like watching a show about a team of heroes. Holy crap.
No,
guys, it took 5 episodes, but here we are. We are in Russia with the team. We've got Heatwave and Adam and Martin Stein trapped in a Russian gulag. They are trying to mine Martin's mind for the firestorm information so they can make their own firestorms. And the rest of the team are sitting on Rip's ship trying to figure out exactly what to do about it. They put together a scheme to break into the gulag to free the members. There's a riot that ensues, things get pretty crazy, and the Russian scientist who's been pressuring Martin figures out that he's one half of the firestorm equation, throws him into a reactor with herself, and creates her own firestorm. I thought they were going to go Firehawk on this, but it looks like she's just a firestorm.
A couple other interesting plot points that happened here. White Canary is actually given secondary orders for the mission, just in case if things don't go right. She's given the mission to take out Martin Stein to prevent the bad future from happening in terms of Star City getting completely obliterated by about 10 different firestorms. We also have Kendra and Jax figuring out that they can send a message along to Martin Stein, so he knows to hold out. And they do this by actually cutting into his arm and writing a message which then shows up on his skin. A cool little thing that they did there.
Yeah, it was actually a tie-in to something that Ronnie and Martin actually did, and that's where Jax got the idea, but it was nice to see it come back around and be used in this episode.
And as Dark Navid alluded to earlier, we do see the team finally coming together with some teamwork, but it didn't start out that way. We have both Captain Cold and Heatwave both saying, you know, I'm not in this to be a part of this team, but then coming around to help out the team. Snart specifically making comments towards White Canary. She's about to take the shot to take out Stein, but keeping her from doing so. And ultimately, her human side comes out.
One last cool piece to the plot. Rip and Kendra actually find Vandal Savage, and it looks as though they're going to let him go, which drove Cram and I absolutely crazy because they keep doing that over and over again. But ultimately, Rip pulls out his little detonator, click, 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 and Vandal Savage goes boom. Obviously, that didn't kill him because Kendra's the only one that can do it, but it was still nice to see Vandal take a hit or a loss or something in this show.
And it seems like everything is all good. The team's all feeling great. We have a win. Everybody's back together. And then
Kronos happens, because why not? So he shows up in the time stream, starts shooting their ship, and he sends a missile at them. They send countermeasures, which looks like they incapacitate his ship for like the 20th time. But the missile hits, they go flying out of the time stream, and it looks like they're sometime in the future. I think it's 2046, or they say something along those lines. And they're in Star City. Not their Star City, a very strange burned up Star City with, instead of the Palmer Tech logo on the building, it says smoke. Obviously that's Felicity. And out of nowhere, Arrow shows up. And so White Canary's super excited. She goes to talk to him, but this is not her Arrow. This is a completely different Arrow, and he pulls his bow on and draws on them. That's how the episode ends. We'll see how it goes for next episode. It looks like we're going to actually see a couple different arrows because it looks like Oliver Queen might be in the preview, but we're going to find out.
Pretty sure that this is when the fans are finally going to get what they've been asking for 4 years now, which is for Oliver to don the goatee.
Seriously. It would be nice to see future state Oliver. I know we saw in the Flash episode where they went into Earth 2, we saw a glimpse of an Arrow. I think there was one with a mechanical arm there. I think that might actually be Oliver, not this second Arrow that we're running into. Clearly we like the fact that there was teamwork on this show. Clearly we like the fact that there was a big win. Here's my big problem with this show. And it's not really this show, it's a lot of time travel stories. You guys have a time machine. If things don't go the way that you want them to, you can go back and try second time.
Oh, what happened? We failed? Time machine. Oh, things didn't go the way that we planned? Time machine. Oh, this guy did something and we don't like the way that it turned out? Time fricking machine.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, the CW's Flash did that. Barry went back in time to stop his mother's killer, and he himself stopped him from doing that to maintain the timeline. They they could do this at any given moment. And the writing in the show sometimes becomes a little stilted because they are putting in artificial boundaries to stop very clearly logical storylines from happening, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah. Well, probably the biggest problem that I have with this episode is, yet again, they had Vandal Savage, and all they had to do, boom, boom, take out his knees, incapacitate him, bring Kender over there, grab the knife, done. Story's over.
Credits. But clearly they can't do that, and I understand. But there's got to be a different way to do writing on this show, because these artificial barriers are really mind-numbingly painful sometimes and keep happening week after week. But again, at least we got some teamwork, at least we got some wins. Well, I guess we're going to hang on for the ride on this show for yet another week. What are you guys thinking about this show so far? Are we off base here? Are we nitpicking? Let us know if this stilted writing style and the artificial boundaries are bothering you guys as much as they do us.
Time machine.